Do not envy other human beings. Envying other people, and this is something that I struggle with because I feel that my potentials are not being actualized in life. One of the major reasons for this is a lack of resources. I have many grandiose plans and ambitions, but I don't have the time or the resources to actualize them. And that troubles me, especially a personality like mine where nothing is ever good enough. No matter what I achieve, I always want to achieve more. So, don't envy other people. Envying other people is about as futile and it's about as useless, right? Ineffectual as judging other people. But more on that later. Something else I'm very guilty of. You see, the life you're living is unique and it can only ever be lived one time by you. And when you're dead, that chapter is going to close and is going to be added to the book of life that incorporates all other existence and all other lives that have been lived and will be lived. But your chapter is intrinsically yours. It can never be lived by anyone else. It doesn't matter if two people grow up in the same household, have the same parents, go to the same school, the same job. It doesn't matter. Everyone receives life through the lens of their own biases, their own personality, their own experience. If you paint a portrait and you show it to 100 people, it will be received in 100 different ways. It will essentially be 100 different portraits, although you've only painted one. Everyone will color it with the lens because they have to look through the lens of their own experience. None of us have true vision. None of us have an unclouded, unmystified, uninfluenced vision with which to see the world around us. All of us color the world with our biases. The world is 100 different worlds, 1 billion different worlds for each person who lives on it. No two people can receive anything exactly the same way. And we will all grow up with one one tendency or another. We will prioritize one influence over another, right? We'll have one way of thinking over another. Two people cannot possibly live the same lives. And if that's the case, it is very difficult, not impossible, to really understand anybody else's life. And you should never envy anyone else's achievements for that self same reason. The only way you could ever measure, right, if two things are the same size is by using a standard. You get a ruler and you measure them, right? That ruler is going to be the same when you measure the thing, whatever it is, and you can tell whether or not one is larger than the other. But when it comes to the lives of people, it's hard, it's almost impossible to measure what is success for one person and another. There are many people that you thought were successful, right? And it didn't end well for them, who were very unhappy. Some of us think money is success. Some of us think a cohesive family unit is success, or a combination of the two. Is different for each person. You know, all the snowflakes that have ever fell in the history of planet Earth, trillions of snowflakes over millions, billions of years, however long this planet has been here, no two flakes have ever been the same. They're all composed of the same material, but none of them have exactly the same dimensions, the same weight, right? The same density. They're all unique, as many of them have fallen. That is exactly how your life is, at the risk of sounding corny. Your life is unique and can only be lived by you. You have to wake up every day and do your personal best, and never ever find yourself envying other people. You're not them. You don't even live in their universe. We're all here occupying our own little universes. None of us can really live the life of others, experience the life of others. We can sympathize, but we can never truly understand what it is like, what it is to be in the shoes of another person. You understand? You can only ever do your personal best. And you can use other people as an example, as a beacon, the same way you can use the North Star to navigate. But don't envy the star. Don't envy other people. You can use them as beacons. Help them to help you navigate to where you want to be in life. Use them as examples. You understand? Take them as examples, I should say. That's a more positive connotation. But the minute you find yourself envying other people, just stop. Don't ever fucking do that. All right? That is a useless, inert thing to do. And it is wrong. And there's no basis. There's no real basis for doing it. It's a habit we all have. It's something that's been built into us for survival. You look at someone, you envy their station, their wealth, their beauty, whatever it may be. You know what goes into making a human being? The cells, your genetic makeup, all of the things, the chances that nature takes in creating you. The fact that you're here, you are in fact a miracle. The more you learn about biology, about the human body, the more grateful you are to have one. You should be anyway. And to live life and breathe air here on planet Earth, if you live especially in a developed country where you're relatively safe, because none of us are really safe, that in itself is an enormous blessing. And there's so much to be grateful for every day that you wake up. You understand? Don't waste your time with envy. Don't do that.